Good morning. We're back with another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. As always, we're playing solo, and today's quest is Into Ithilien. A difficult quest. I'm playing a bit of a goofy deck, designed around failing Phase 1 on purpose to go down the siege questing path. This is a branching quest with multiple paths. The first stage is battle. The second stage can be siege or normal. And the third stage can be siege or normal. And we want to get siege for the second and third parts, and battle for the first, because it's easier to build a deck for battle and siege than it is for battle, siege, and normal. Hard to optimize a deck for all three. So let's see how it works. We start with one Southron company per person. And let's shuffle the deck and get a hand. This is a card I've been liking quite a lot as I've tried it, but I don't particularly like this hand. It's cumbersome with 2 copies of each of these, although a Test of Will is very useful in this quest. But let's mulligan. I'd like more minions. And that's worse. That's a lot worse. So let's get started and see how it works. Well, there's a minion, so that's good. We'll get that out right away. And Light of the Valinor. And the strategy for this quest is to send all the heroes turn 1. Because you want to clear out this location turn 1, because while it's active, the engagement cost of each enemy is 0. And that's bad. And Galadhrims is always committed to the quest while he's in the staging area. So let's see what we get. Oh, another Guardian, okay. Also committed to the quest, and it surges into Forest Bat. Deal 2 damage to a questing hero and remove that hero from the quest. Alright, Glorfindel can take that. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 to 3, 4, 8 progress. That clears the location, so the bats are going to engage, which is fine. I will have Boromir handle that. I'll ready him up for 1 threat. I'll engage the Southron Company next turn. Shadow card's a dud, so no damage there, and Glorfindel can handle that, so no issue. And now we got another minion, so we're going to have 2 damage on Galadhrims. That's good. These are disposable minions. When they take an action, they get discarded, which is what I want. Once I've gained enough progress on this quest that I'm close to passing it. Support of the Eagles could be used here for extra attack power in order to pass the quest quicker. And perhaps I will use it for that later, but not now, because this ally is just going to die. So let's go with the Watcher. And I'm going to quest with these 3. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Will I pass? I might, so I'm not going to quest with that. I don't want to quest too heavy. Surge, deal 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. That's 1, 1, 1, 1. And that's not actually bad. Okay, so the next one is a spider. So it's 3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 progress. And I'll just engage the spider. That's not optional. The Southron Company is optional. And he gets +1 for each character committed to the quest, but that's fine. He's going to attack a chump blocker. So that's going to be a dead chump blocker, which does 1 damage to Galadhrims. And then I'll have Beorn and Glorfindel. Well, should I actually have the Vassal do it and go ahead and push through next turn into Phase 2? It's not a bad idea. I think I'll do that. Let's have Beorn and the Vassal of the Windlord attack, which then discards the Vassal of the Windlord and discards Galadhrims. and that's going to be the end of the turn. So this turn I can play Unexpected Courage on Beorn so that I can have him quest and fight this turn. And we'll go, okay, so it's 3, 6 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 7 progress. And we're going to be into phase 2. And phase 2 is siege questing, and it is archery 1. No problem. This spider is going to engage. I owe 1 archery damage at the start of the combat phase. And the spider will attack. It's a 7 right now. That's a problem. That is a problem. That was a bad draw. So actually 8. I don't have a character that can take 8. Well, I guess I have to just have Beorn do it and hope for the best. And if it goes sideways, I just lose. So it's +2. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 damage. That does kill Beorn. That's going to end this attempt. That was going so good until that second spider came. I don't like this hand. I'm looking for the disposable guys with this strategy, so let's try this out. I'll get 2 of these out. I'm just going to quest full... I'm not going to quest full steam here. I'm going to use a very good tail, which I can't do because I don't have Song of Kings yet. So I'll play Song of Kings on Boromir, I think. And then I can play a very good tail. That's a strong start. Look at the top 5. And I can grab nothing because none of those are allies. Well, best laid plans. So that's a dud. Not making me look very good. Very good tail. Let's quest with the heroes. He makes an immediate attack, which is going to be undefended. That's a terrible start. Remove X progress. That's nothing. Okay, so 4 damage undefended. And then we got 6 against to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7 progress. This could have been such a strong start with another ally coming out for free. Oh well. So that's clear. In comes the Haradrim Elite, already up Boromir in the engagement phase to deal with that threat. And it's going to be 4. Okay, just 2 damage. And we're on to phase 2. Round 2, I mean. I'll get out a Watcher. We'll start getting damage on Galadhrims. We're going to quest with just Boromir and Glorfindel. Okay, there's a ranger. That's good. Sieges, it surges into another Sauron company. That's not so good. So 6 to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 progress. Not going to engage those this turn. The Haradrim Elite will attack the Watcher. Deal 1 damage to the defending character, no problem. Would be a problem against one of these guys. And then he's going to kill him. And I will have Beorn and a Vassal take him out, which discards the Vassal and does 1 more damage to Galadhrims. So that will be that turn. I'll get out a Watcher. Or do I want to save a resource for... No, I don't need to feint this turn, so let's quest like that. And it's a doomed 3 and search for a Harad. It's a bad card to draw. This quest is so brutal. All of these, well, the latter two quests are really tough. Really tough. I'll grab an archer. So we'll engage. Well, they're all going to engage now. And I think that's going to be a loss. I was hoping I could do them one at a time. So try again. Once I get out of the turn one, or the phase one, and I'm set up, it goes a lot smoother. But this is pretty brutal to start. It's definitely a you gotta get over the wall type of quest. So let's get out. It's a pretty strong hand. I like it. Quest with the heroes, as usual. So it's 6 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7 progress. And in comes the spider. It's going to have a lot of attack, but it doesn't really matter. Remove X progress, where X is the enemy's threat. So there goes our 3 tokens. And the Watcher's dead, which does 1 damage. I will ready up Boromir for 1 threat and have those 2 take out the spider. Alrighty. So this turn it's going to be Winged Guardian. Gonna quest with those 2. Okay, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3, 6, 7, 8. 1 progress. Location goes there. While it's active, the engagement cost of each enemy is 0, but that's fine because I wanted to engage him this turn anyway. So down he comes. He will attack the Winged Guardian. Oh, and he's going to attack again after that. Okay, well that attack will kill the Winged Guardian, which does 1 damage there, and then he's going to attack again on Beorn. An attacking enemy gets +3, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8 attack, 7 damage. Brutal shadow cards in this quest. And then Glorfindel and Beorn can kill. Of course, Beorn does not exhaust to defend. Okay. Well, clear board now. Get out one of those guys, and we'll just quest. I'm going to go pretty hard this time. Well, I want to leave him back, I think. In case a enemy comes, I'll quest with Beorn instead. So it's a 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. To 4 is 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just wanted to be sure that I cleared the Ithilien road. And we're on to Overgrown Trail. A light turn, I'll say. So light turns are good. We like light turns. Okay, there's another helpful battle quester should we need it. We'll get it out. No real point in playing Song of Kings. No real point in reducing threat either. I want to be at 37 threat when I enter phase 3 for siege questing instead of regular questing. So we'll quest this way. And it's a 1, and deal 2 damage to a questing hero and remove that hero from the quest. We'll put that on Glorfindel. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1 is 7 progress. And in come the bats, and we will have the bats attack the Vassal. Attacking enemy gets +2. We want this to die because that kills Kelador, and now we're going to be entering phase 2 instead of phase 3. And I will show you in a moment why that is desirable, in my opinion. You can get out Northern Tracker to help. And a Trollshaw Scout. We're not particularly well set up for siege questing right now, but we're much better on siege than we are on normal, which is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Siege we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not much better, but a little better. Normally it would be much better. I do have some very good siege questers in the deck. but they're not making me look very good right now. But anyway, let's proceed into phase 2. Just go full steam. And it's a ranger, that's cool. Surges into dealing 1 damage to each character on the quest. That's going to kill that guy. Rip Vassal. And it surges into remove 1 character from the quest. Okay, I'll remove the Northern Tracker. So we got 3, 6, 11, 12, 13 progress. This encounter deck can do some ridiculous things. So we're on to phase 2, and phase 2 is Siege. And it's just 9 progress and 1 archery. Now I'm going to show you why I prefer this stage to the other option. If Kelador is still alive, you go into stage 3. And stage 3, which is not going to come into play this game because we bypass it at the end of stage 2. And stage 3 is enemies do not make engagement checks and cannot be optionally engaged. So they just build up in the staging area and then all pile on you at the end. And sometimes the build up actually prevents you from passing the quest because we're not that strong on normal questing. So I prefer stage 2 because the enemies don't build up. You can deal with them 1 at a time like normal. And also we're stronger on siege questing because I have Winged Guardian and Defender of Rammas in the deck. So that's why I prefer stage 2 to stage 3. So we'll put that back on the questing deck, although it's just going to get bypassed later. So I am going to quest, or wait, what did I just do? Oh no, I just passed into this stage, so that's the end of the turn. Okay, Support of the Eagles is very good with Winged Guardian for siege questing. But of course I don't have Winged Guardian. And it can be good with Vassal of the Windlord for battle questing as well. I don't have anything to do, so I'm just going to quest. And he'll contribute 1, which is nice. It's an archer, which is annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2 is 5 progress. So I'm going to engage him at the start of the combat phase. I get 1 archery damage from him and 1 archery damage from the quest. No, not Glorfindel. Boromir will take it. Do I want to feint this guy's attack? I could ready up Boromir to take it during the engagement phase. I think I'll do that. Boromir can take the attack. Okay, remove 2 from the quest. But the attack is just 1 damage, so that's good. And then Beorn and Glorfindel can handle it. And then we're on to the next turn, and I may play Gandalf here to help. I may actually play the Hobbit version of Gandalf here. And have him just help for the rest of the game. If I can. I think I will do that. We'll go for that play. 4, 5. Then quest. Oof, 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. At least it doesn't kill anybody. Except for this Trollshaw Scout. Rip. It also damages him. And that should kill him because I forgot to put a damage on him last turn. So he dies. That's a brutal card. And then a Haradrim Elite, which is going to attack immediately. Put that on Gandalf. Don't know that I have another choice. Remove X from the... Okay, so now I'm down to 0 progress. So that's the attack, but at least it doesn't damage Gandalf. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 3 is 6 progress. Man, those shadow cards just get ya. He's going to engage. I'm going to feint the attack. And then I'll attack with these two and kill him. So we're maxed out on damage, but we're alive. I'll pay the 2 threat to keep Gandalf around. And we'll quest everyone. And it's a 3, so that's good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 3 is 6 progress. And we're into phase 3 and... Or no, we skipped phase 3. We're into phase 4. Phase 3 gets bypassed, so... Phase 4. If any player's threat is 37 or higher, approaching Caer Andros gains siege. At the end of each round, raise each player's threat by 2. 15 progress. We are over 37, so we're siege questing. Go ahead and move there. Now, a question. Do I want to keep Hobbit Gandalf around? Or would I rather let him go away and bring in normal Gandalf? Because I don't know if I can pay 4 threat per turn. I'll keep him around for 1 more turn. So I owe 2 for Gandalf and 2 for the quest. Very good tale. Does that help me? It could. I can exhaust Gandalf and still be able to commit him to the quest, so that's free. Because he does not exhaust to commit to a quest. Now, just because he does not exhaust, does he still need to be ready to commit? Let me check. Okay, so it seems that even though he doesn't need to exhaust to commit to a quest, he still has to be ready. And that's relevant because it means I can't play a very good tale and then commit characters to the quest. Because Gandalf will be exhausted and won't be able to contribute. And that's too big of a risk since he quests for 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can do 10 or 9. Do I need threat reduction? I might. Support of the Eagles doesn't help. So yeah, I think I'll just proceed normally. 4, 5, 6, 7. Because there's an action window after committing characters to the quest, but that will be too late to do it. I can't like commit Gandalf to the quest and then exhaust him and then be able to commit the new characters to the quest. So I could commit him to the quest. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'll just stick with what I've got. Commit Gandalf, Northern Tracker, Boromir, and Glorfindel. We get a... Oh wait, I wanted to do threat reduction, but anyway, we get a Doomed 3 and grab a Herod. I'll grab the Archer. And then after those are revealed, I'll use the action window there to reduce threat by 6. And so I've got, it's 2 against to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this fellow will engage. I owe 1 archery damage. And my guys are all maxed out. I'm going to need Gandalf to do the heavy lifting here. So, okay, 2 damage to the attacking enemy. That's a good shadow card. And no damage to Gandalf. And then Beorn can handle this. So I need 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not going to happen this turn, I don't think. I owe 2 threat at the end of last round. And I think I'm going to have Gandalf go away this round and I'll replay him. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go back to the end of last round. Wait, that was at 42, right? Yep. Increase threat to 42. So I think here's what happens. You refresh your cards. You raise threat. And then there's an action window before the end of the refresh phase. And in that action window, I will play a very good tale. So after Gandalf readies, and Northern Tracker and all those cards, but before I gain resources, I will play a very good tale, or before I draw a card either, to be fair. That's bad for me, that's why I put that back. I will play a very good tale and exhaust Gandalf and Northern Tracker to look at the top 5 and see what allies are there. Okay, so there are some options, especially for sieging. We can grab both of these because that's 9 cost that I exhausted, so that will help out a lot. Then, at the end of the refresh phase, discard Gandalf from play, which I will do. Choose not to raise my threat. And then I take 2 threat for the quest. And then we start the resource phase with Northern Tracker still exhausted. And then I will play Gandalf. Lower threat by 5. And hopefully complete the quest now. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to 3 is 12 progress. And that will be the end of the quest. So that is a win. It was bumpy, but overall a solid win. The deck did win. I can't say if it's better than a normal deck, which tries to not fail the quest, or not fail phase 1, I mean. But I like this approach because I find it very difficult to build a deck for all 3 phases. I like Support of the Eagles a little bit, even though it didn't perform here. That very good tale was clutch, and I hope everybody understands that play that I made at the end where I refreshed the cards and then used the refresh window at the end of the phase. So it's important to understand where exactly all the refresh phases are. I'm going to show this guide on screen that a member of the community, C-Stan, who also created the One deck, he wrote this guide to action windows, so I'll show it. You can find this guide on RingsDB. I highly recommend checking it out. So in refresh phase begins, ready all cards, raise threat, pass first player token, then there's an action window. So what we did is readied all the cards, so that old Gandalf was ready, but he doesn't leave play until the end of the refresh phase, which happens after the action window in refresh phase. As you can see here, action window and then refresh phase ends. So if you're a newer player, it's important to understand when these action windows are, because I was able to make this play where I ready Gandalf and the Northern Tracker, this Northern Tracker it was, and then use the action window to play the action card, a very good tale, exhaust Gandalf, which doesn't matter because I planned on having him go away, which allowed me to look at the top 5 and play any number of cost allies. It has to be cost less than the cost of the allies you exhausted, which was 9. So I could really play anybody, and it was lucky that Defender of Rammas and Northern Tracker were there, because they're strong for the siege quest. And so I was able to get them out, and then Gandalf leaves play at the end of the round, which didn't matter because I could replay him. So that made the net effect of a very good tale +4 for my questing, and I only passed this by 1, which means that I passed the quest a turn earlier than I would have otherwise, and that can be a big deal because you've already seen treacheries that like deal 1 damage to every questing character that would have killed 2 of my heroes and the Northern Tracker if that card came out. And there's a variety of other terrible things that can happen, like multiple attacks and whatnot. Let's see what other cards could have ruined the day. Raise each player's threat by the number of questing characters. That was the next card. If I hadn't done this play in the action window, that was the next card. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threat. I have 6 questing characters. So if I'd raised threat by 5 or 6 for 5 plus the 2 at the end of the last round plus the 1, we're getting very close to going over, and that card gains Surge. And it could surge into removing 1 character from the quest. I think I still would have been okay. If I'd left the other Gandalf on the table, I wouldn't have been. But anyway, these the specificity of when you do things and knowing when each action window is can be very important. So I highly recommend checking out a guide like that, referring to it while you're playing. And thinking along the lines that every single threat matters, every resource, because in a quest like this, it usually comes down to 1 play either way. It's a very difficult quest solo. So, thank you for watching. So 1 note here, 1 thing I forgot, a mistake at the end of this game. On the turn before I played A Very Good Tale, I needed to play a Song of Kings, because A Very Good Tale was a leadership card, and I didn't have a leadership hero. I had Song of Kings in hand. I had the resources to pay for it. I intended to play Song of Kings. It just slipped my mind. Sorry about that. So, if you're watching, I'll have to retcon that I did play Song of Kings for one of my available resources, which I had the resources to do, and still play Gandalf. So it doesn't affect anything except that I forgot to put the card on the table and pay the resource. My apologies.